Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your your lunar eclipse reading. How you doing? Okay. Welcome to your eclipse season reading. Let's put it that way, because we did have a solar eclipse, but that was on February 17th in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. But we're not discussing that. We're discussing this eclipse set. So this is happening 13 degrees of Virgo for you. This falls in your third house, which is a house of communication, expression. Okay. This is your vehicles, communication. Okay. And plus we have Mercury retrograde over here. So this should be fun. Okay. So those of you that have had a fallout with a sibling, a neighbor, someone in your local environment, some of you might decide to patch things up with someone. Others of you, maybe you're not ready. So for the time being, you're removing yourself or these connections fall away from you, right? Third house also has to do with contracts and marketing visibility, practical skills. Okay. Like so many things. It's the junk drawer really in astrology. As I say, contracts, look at that. So contracts. Funny spirit. Hey, how you doing? Ascension. Okay. One more we got on red. Ignored messages. Back of the deck, me versus me. And then we've got influencer status. Some of you, maybe you're an influencer. You could be signing an important agreement that elevates you. Some of you could be on the spiritual market. All right. But there's something that you've been ignoring, and know that the competition in order for you to grow is not with anyone in particular. It's with yourself. Once you recognize this, that's when you can elevate and come into more power, more subscribers, more visibility, people really liking your stuff, sharing your stuff. Okay. So some of you might feel like you've been ignored or you're not making it onto the scene just yet. Maybe you're a social media content creator. You're putting your stuff out there. And again, you feel like you're being ignored. But maybe it's because you've been looking around at what others are doing and you're not meant to do that. You're meant to go your own way. Okay. Here with soul contracts, fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements, destined to meet. Some of you might be meeting someone very significant. All right. Your spiritual growth is increasing. You're leveling up. You're elevating yourself. Okay. You're not ignoring the signs anymore. And people that you felt that you resonated with before, maybe no longer. Okay. So let's see. One more card from this deck so we can get into your tarot. We've got, okay. All right. We got nurturing here. Back of the deck, we've got heartbroken, naive. All right. So Cancer, some of you might have, there's something that you really wanted that you expected to achieve. It's giving like you built castles in the sky. What you want hasn't arrived yet, right? There's a goal of yours, something that you want very much in your heart, and you're being advised to continue nurturing, show up, never mind, show up and do this, regardless of whether you see the results right away or not. You're not going to see them right away. It's going to take some work, and it's about you improving on yourself, right? You improving yourself, you having faith, regardless of what this is. Okay. Now, if it's a connection of yours, some of you, there could be miscommunications with someone significant. This feels like a karmic relationship. If you're constantly hitting a wall with this person and you are heartbroken because you keep questioning what it is that you're doing to contribute to this situation, it's not just about you. In a connection, it takes two people, right? And if you're constantly criticizing yourself about what you need to do, maybe it's not the right person for you. Okay. Just saying. Let's see. What is this about, Spirit? What is being exposed for my Cancers? The Lovers in the reverse. All right. What do they need to release? The Seven of Pentacles. Someone could have long hair here. Okay. Somebody's name could be Bernice. All right, Spirit. What is the consequence if Cancers avoid this? King of Pentacles. Okay, abundance. What is this new moon bringing? The Five of Swords in the reverse. What is coming back around in 6 months for Cancers to deal with? The Six of Pentacles. I keep putting the cards down here. Okay, now, how can Cancers align themselves with this energy? King of Wands. What's the hidden blessing in all this? The Four of Swords. Back of the deck, we've got the High Priestess, oops, and the full moon. So the next full moon is significant. Five of Wands. There might be conflict here, internal conflict even. It's giving me versus me again. But you will be rewarded, okay? You're very intuitive. Trust your intuition at this time with the full moon and the High Priestess. It's like your psychic abilities are going to be quite strong. There's no denying your abilities. But what's being illuminated for you here, what's being exposed is the lack of union, the lack of harmony in a situation. Even in 6 months from now, you're going to have to revisit this. If you're still with the same person, supposing it's a connection, all right, a significant connection that you have a soul contract with. Soul contracts don't have to be necessarily just with a lover, a love interest. It could be with a family member. It could be with a parent, a sibling, someone close to you. Some of you have had to sacrifice relationships with family, relationships with friends, all right, because they were holding you back or they kept breaking your heart. And they always had you questioning what it is that you could have done different, what it is that you could have done better. And it's not about that. Part of your spiritual growth and ascension is learning to recognize the value in yourself and ignore people that keep coming back to drain you, people that keep taking from you. All right, so just a minute. So yes, Cancer, it's in 6 months, this will be revisited for you to see how you have been showing up, why you keep questioning yourself about what you could have done different or how you could have shown up differently. One of the things about Cancers, positive Cancer, negative Cancer is a whole other story. If you've ever come across a Cancer that has been hurt repeatedly and they didn't learn from that experience, they could be very cruel and vindictive. But most Cancers, when they are in alignment and they can work with the pain and work through the pain, they become individuals that are very self-sacrificing to the point of martyrdom. And you're meant to detach from people that have weighed you down. I keep thinking of Samson, like the warrior, right? That the power was in his hair. Once they cut the hair off, he lost his power. I'm not too good. I'm not too educated in that type of history, but I kept thinking that with this crown. So long hair could be of significance. Okay, some of you, maybe you've offered a sacrifice with your hair. Hey, before you roll your eyeballs, it's such a thing. All right, where people have offered deities their hair in exchange for something that they want, or it's a promise that they made. Like in Mexican American culture, there is a belief that if you ask a patron saint for a gift or for a favor, some people have cut off their hair and taken it to like the Virgen of Guadalupe or something like that, right? So some of you, I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I don't typically get messages like that, but it could be a thing. Okay. So maybe you've offered sacrifice to get something and it was still denied. And it's because it's not meant for you. If it's going to bring you pain or suffering, that contract is about to expire, honey. You're meant to move on up, okay? And the path is cleansing. So over the next 6 months, you're going to notice a shift in your reality. If you keep revisiting and investing into something that has drained you or that has been unequal, it's going to affect your abundance. It's going to affect your stability. It's going to affect your physical health. Okay? So plants don't grow where the dirt is arid and dry unless they're a cactus, and cactus have spines, so they don't count. Okay? I'm talking about like the blooming type, the beautiful flowers, the beautiful grass. All right? Because I know some people be like, oh, cactuses don't eat shit. Well, we're not talking, you ain't a cactus, honey. You a plant. Okay? You are one of these leafy greens, one of these blooming flowers. That's who you are. You're not no cactus. Okay? Just saying. Anyways, so yes, that's what this eclipse season is meant to teach you. Okay? You're meant to recover. This is a hidden blessing. You're going to have peace of mind. You will recover, but you need to reset, okay? And stop giving away too much of your time, too much of your money, too much of anything, all right? All right, let's see. Message from your spirit team, Spirit. For my Cancers, what message from their spirit team? Discourse with a big-ass flower. Yeah, preach it, Cancer, preach it. Profound. Yeah, there's depth in your words also. Some of you, your words could be quite impactful. You impact others. And then we've got work. All right, so you're very busy. You're going to be very busy with your work. The work that you do, what you put out there, conflict environment. All right, look. These are two different flowers. They're having difficulties dancing together, but it's still within their environment. So some of you, there could be challenges in your environment, but you're going to successfully navigate this, okay? So your work, some of you will be seeing bees after this reading. They're your spiritual, your animal totem. You might want to look at the meaning, the spiritual meaning behind bees, okay? Behind lizards. There's several animals here of the fish, but particularly the symbol that I get for you are bees. Okay, we're going to go with that. Anyways, that's what I have for you, honey. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If it resonated for you, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. All right, take it easy. Bye.